The business world is changing. IT outsourcing is a popular solution allowing businesses to focus on core tasks. This saves time and money, with the market booming globally. More businesses are turning to third-party providers for tasks like software development and technical support. Trusted relationship attacks exploit the trust between businesses and their IT providers. Attackers target smaller IT providers with less robust security. Once they breach the provider's system, they can access all their clients. These attacks can lead to financial losses, reputational damage, and legal liabilities. They often stay hidden for months, quietly stealing data. Businesses must understand these risks and take proactive steps to mitigate them. In cybersecurity, trust can be a double-edged sword. Trusted relationship attacks, classified as T1199 in the MITRE ATT&CK framework, are a growing concern. Imagine a hacker befriending your house cleaner to get a copy of your key. Hackers exploit relationships between businesses and IT providers, targeting the provider. Once inside, they can access all clients' data, making these attacks insidious. The hacker's activity appears to originate from a trusted source, making it harder to detect. Trusted relationship attacks are a growing reality. In 2023, they ranked among the top 3 attack vectors. The expanding IT outsourcing market creates a larger attack surface. Many smaller IT providers lack robust security, making them easy targets. Only 1 in 4 organizations detect breaches through suspicious activity, highlighting the stealthy nature of these attacks. Trusted relationship attacks offer efficiency and stealth, making them attractive to cybercriminals. Attackers compromise a single service provider to access data from multiple clients. They exploit legitimate connections to mask malicious activity. This makes it difficult for security tools to differentiate between legitimate and malicious behavior. Trusted relationships prey on inherent trust, making them psychologically effective. Organizations may be less likely to scrutinize activity from a trusted provider. Understanding these factors is crucial to mitigate risks. To defend against trusted relationship attacks, we must understand how attackers penetrate IT service providers. Attackers study targets, identifying vulnerabilities to gain initial access. This foothold can serve as a gateway to the provider's entire network. Understanding these methods is crucial in developing effective defense strategies. Attackers use various tactics to breach service provider networks. The most common vector is exploiting vulnerabilities in publicly accessible applications. Attackers scan for systems running outdated software with known flaws. Another method is using compromised credentials obtained through phishing or brute force attacks. Targeted phishing emails trick recipients into revealing sensitive information. Understanding these methods is crucial to protect against common threats. Phishing preys on our natural tendency to trust. Attackers craft emails that appear legitimate using urgent language and personalized information. These emails may contain malicious links or request sensitive information. Education and awareness are critical in combating phishing attacks. Implementing strong password policies and multi-factor authentication can help mitigate risks. Access is paramount in the relationship between businesses and IT service providers. Providers require varying degrees of access to networks, applications, and data. This access can become a vulnerability if not properly managed. Attackers target these access points to infiltrate networks. Implementing strong authentication and limiting access privileges are crucial. Remote access is essential for businesses and IT service providers. VPNs create secure tunnels over public networks, encrypting data. RDP allows remote control of another computer, useful for IT support. Remote utilities like AnyDesk and TeamViewer offer similar functionality. These tools present security risks if not properly configured. Implementing strong passwords and multi-factor authentication is crucial. Attackers aim to establish persistence to maintain access. They create backdoors and install rootkits to evade detection. Hijacking legitimate processes disguises malicious code. Security teams must regularly monitor for suspicious activity and implement robust controls. Attackers engage in lateral movement to expand their foothold. They identify and access systems containing valuable data. Techniques include leveraging vulnerabilities and stolen credentials. Lateral movement allows attackers to map the network and plan their next moves. Effective cybersecurity measures must address lateral movement. Restricting unauthorized access to sensitive data is crucial. Attackers' ultimate goals are data exfiltration and ransomware attacks. Data exfiltration involves transferring sensitive information to external servers. Ransomware attacks encrypt critical data, demanding ransom for decryption. Both objectives can lead to financial losses and reputational damage. Understanding these goals is crucial for developing effective cybersecurity strategies. A silent takeover. How attackers remain undetected for months. Attackers can remain undetected for months within compromised networks. They silently expand control, steal data, and cause damage. How do they achieve this stealth? They use legitimate credentials and access points. This helps them blend in with normal network traffic. They employ sophisticated techniques to evade detection. Custom malware bypasses antivirus and disables security logs. Operating during off-peak hours minimizes detection risk. Organizations need a proactive, multi-layered cybersecurity approach. Shielding the fortress recommendations for IT service providers. IT service providers are on the front lines of the battle against trusted relationship attacks. They must implement robust security measures to protect their infrastructure and clients. Key recommendations include credential management. Secure client credentials with utmost care. Use strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, and encrypted storage. Regularly audit access logs. Network segmentation. Isolate network segments to limit breach impact. Separate client data from internal networks. Vulnerability management. Prioritize patching and updating software. Scan for vulnerabilities and apply patches promptly. Security awareness training. Educate employees on cybersecurity risks. Train them to identify phishing emails and suspicious links. Section 2. Guarding the gates. Advice for organizations using IT outsourcing. Organizations using outsourcing services must take proactive steps to mitigate risks. Here's how. Due diligence. Thoroughly vet potential IT service providers. Evaluate their security posture and certifications. Ensure their practices align with your regulations. Principle of least privilege. Grant only necessary access. Avoid granting blanket access. Regularly review and revoke unnecessary access. Strong authentication. Mandate multi-factor authentication. Adds an extra layer of security. Continuous monitoring. Implement robust monitoring tools. Log and review all activities for anomalies. Section 3. Staying ahead of the curve, continuous vigilance and proactive measures. In the ever-evolving landscape of cyber threats, complacency is not an option. Both IT service providers and the organizations they serve must adopt a mindset of continuous vigilance and proactive security measures to effectively combat trusted relationship attacks. This requires a multifaceted approach. Threat intelligence. Stay informed about the latest cyber threats, vulnerabilities, and attack techniques. Subscribe to threat intelligence feeds, participate in industry forums, and collaborate with cybersecurity experts to stay ahead of the curve. Security assessments. Conduct regular security assessments and penetration testing to identify vulnerabilities in your infrastructure and applications. This helps uncover weaknesses in your defenses before attackers can exploit them. Incident response planning. Develop a comprehensive incident response plan that outlines clear procedures for identifying, containing, and remediating security breaches. This plan should include communication protocols, escalation procedures, and data recovery strategies. Cybersecurity insurance. Consider obtaining cybersecurity insurance to mitigate the financial impact of a potential breach. This can help cover the costs associated with incident response, data recovery, legal fees, and regulatory fines. By embracing these proactive measures, organizations can significantly reduce their risk exposure, enhance their security posture, and protect their valuable assets from the growing threat of trusted relationship attacks. Section 1. The Balancing Act, Embracing it Outsourcing while Mitigating Risks. In today's fast-paced business environment, IT outsourcing has become a strategic imperative for organizations seeking to streamline operations, reduce costs, and enhance efficiency. By entrusting specialized tasks to third-party experts, businesses can focus on their core competencies and drive innovation. However, this reliance on external partners introduces inherent security risks that cannot be ignored. The convenience and cost-effectiveness of IT outsourcing must be carefully balanced against the potential vulnerabilities it creates. Trusted relationship attacks, where cybercriminals exploit the very trust that binds businesses and their IT providers, pose a significant threat to sensitive data and critical systems. The consequences of such breaches can be severe, leading to financial losses, reputational damage, and disruption of operations. Therefore, organizations must adopt a proactive and multi-layered approach to cybersecurity, incorporating robust security measures into every stage of the IT outsourcing lifecycle. This includes thorough due diligence when selecting providers, implementing strict access controls, monitoring network activity for suspicious behavior, and establishing clear incident response protocols. By acknowledging the risks and taking proactive steps to mitigate them, organizations can harness the power of IT outsourcing while safeguarding their valuable assets from the ever-present threat of cyber attacks. Section 2. Trust, but verify, a proactive approach to cybersecurity. The adage trust, but verify rings especially true in the context of IT outsourcing. While establishing trust with service providers is essential for a successful partnership, blind trust can be a recipe for disaster in the face of sophisticated cyber threats. Organizations must adopt a mindset of continuous vigilance, verifying security controls, monitoring activity, and proactively addressing potential vulnerabilities. This proactive approach involves: conduct periodic audits of your service provider's security practices, certifications, and incident response capabilities. Ensure they align with industry best practices and evolving threat landscapes. Engage third-party security experts to conduct penetration testing, simulating real-world attack scenarios to identify and remediate vulnerabilities in your systems and applications. Implement advanced threat detection and monitoring tools that provide real-time visibility into network activity, user behavior, and system events. This allows for rapid identification and response to suspicious activity, minimizing potential damage. Regularly rehearse incident response plans with your service provider, ensuring a coordinated and timely response in the event of a security breach. This helps minimize downtime, data loss, and reputational damage. By embracing this trust but verify mentality, organizations can establish a strong security foundation, mitigate risks associated with IT outsourcing, and foster a culture of security awareness across their entire ecosystem. Section 3. Staying ahead in the cyber arms race. Continuous adaptation and collaboration. The cybersecurity landscape is constantly evolving, with new threats, vulnerabilities, and attack techniques emerging at an alarming rate. Staying ahead of this curve requires a commitment to continuous adaptation, collaboration, and knowledge sharing. Both IT service providers and the organizations they serve must embrace this mindset to effectively combat the ever-evolving threat of trusted relationship attacks. Here are key strategies for staying ahead. Explore and adopt new security technologies, such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain, to enhance threat detection, automate security tasks, and strengthen defenses. Encourage open communication and collaboration within the cybersecurity community. Share threat intelligence, best practices, and lessons learned from security incidents to collectively strengthen defenses. Provide ongoing cybersecurity training and awareness programs for employees at all levels, ensuring they understand the latest threats, best practices, and their role in maintaining a secure environment. Keep abreast of evolving cybersecurity regulations and compliance requirements, ensuring your security practices align with industry standards and legal obligations. By embracing continuous adaptation, collaboration, and a commitment to staying informed, organizations can navigate the complex world of cybersecurity, mitigate risks associated with IT outsourcing, and build a more secure and resilient digital future.